What's up, guys? This is Thomas Ant. I'm back, and as usual, I'm gonna be reading Fortnite City Apocalypse Chapter 191, Do or Die Resistance. On the cover, we got Balin. Uh, Picking up from where the last chapter left off, obviously with the beginning of the Balin and Gawain battle. Gawain not being able to do any damage, learning that Balin wants to be saved from, I guess, his boring life or whatever, and he pretty much was excited for this battle because he expected Gawain to be the one to be able to, you know, do it or whatever. But right now, Gawain's not able to do any damage, and we know Balin's not feeling nothing from any of Gawain's attacks. So here we go. You fight for those dear to you. How very ladylike. Oh, go ahead, pretend to know anything about me. But yes, the old me would be rolling on the floor if she heard that. Who am I? Who gave birth to me? Why do I only have an interest in women? Why can I not feel love for other people? What can someone as defective as me do for her companions? So we got Gawain going in for a hit. Balin throws a punch. Gawain blocks. She's being pushed back. No, I have to focus on defeating this guy for now. But how will I do that? How can I apply any damage to him? Fists, weapons, fire, wind, ice, lightning. No attack I've tried has dealt him any damage at all. So again, Balin going in for the hit. He's throwing punches. Gawain's blocking. He actually manages to hit Gawain again. And she's taking damage here. But I want to go back here real quick, before I go any further. And, talk about this part right here. Gawain says, who is she? Who gave birth to her? Why does she only has interest in women? Why can she not feel love? And honestly, that right there is one of the main reasons why Gawain is such an interesting character, and why I would love for Nakaba to just prioritize her for an arc or whatever, if he can, because Gawain's such an interesting character, and we know so little about her past. We don't know pretty much anything about Gawain's past. We just know that she's, I guess, the niece to Arthur, and we know her. We know who she pretty much calls her father, but we don't know her mother or anything like that. So Gawain's an interesting character, but we do know she has magic. We do know she has magic abilities like Escanor, and we do know she looks like Merlin. So that's that. All you can really say is maybe she's the creation of Merlin. Merlin maybe took something of Escanor's and made Gawain, or all you can really say is that maybe she is the daughter of Merlin, or related to Escanor or whatever. But nothing's really confirmed. It's all just what we believe it to be. But again, nothing she's doing is really hurting Balin, but she's taking damage. Balin is now calling shots. Does Gawain still have a chance to turn it around? What the hell is she doing? Can you blame her against that monster? Oh, but look at her. Is that a smile I see? Heh. What have I done? I was distracted so much by the drive to damage your invincibility. Can't see what this word says. Namacrade. Oh yeah, I can't pronounce that. But she's chanting something. Sandman. So it seems like she tried something. Whatever that's meant to do. Oh, she made him fall asleep. Okay. He fell asleep. She's telling just pipe down. And Percy's just like, look at Percy's face. Oh, come on. You guys keep on cheering. And now he woke up that fast. Sorry, I'm a light sleeper. But that was quality sleep, though. Thank you. I don't need you to thank me. At this rate, destroyer type magic just won't cut it. I knew I needed to learn some shifter and mentalist type spells too. So Gawain's still taking damage. She gets punched right in the gut. The thing I felt from that girl, was it all in my head? So she throws a punch at Gawain. Damn it, I said Gawain. She throws a punch at Balin. She says, you. Again, no damage. Get back. Get away from me. She's falling into panic. Not good. So he throws another punch. Seems like she's chanting something again. Blitz, Javelin. You waste your time, lady. There's this guy that my magic does nothing against. You are fine, Gawain. I know you can do it. Grandpa, Grandma, yes. Not to worry. I know you can win. Yeah, you think so? I can trust in that. Yes, of course. After all, you are the strongest out there. Yes, I am the strongest. Rising impact. So, Balin blocks. She throws an uppercut at him. Again, no damage. He punches her again. Pushes her back. It's no use. He's unshakable. Did you catch that? Yes, for the first time, Balin bothered to guard himself. This has been a fun battle with you, little lady. But I think it's time to settle this. So he grabs his weapon again. Heed my will, sacred sword Rita. So she grabs her sacred weapon. What are you in such a rush for? So he jumps towards her. Bone slicer blade. No, dodge that. So she actually blocks it with her arm. If this doesn't work, I'll admit my defeat to you. And also he says, I can't get it out. So the sword, so his blade is stuck in her arm and he can't get it out. Wow. Afterglow blade. Gawain's steel blade of flame crosses Balin's body, but in the end, the blade fails to penetrate. But look, Balin's body has now been severely burned. The proud, invincible Balin, the proud, invincible man has taken his first damage. And as you can see, the damage is right there. We see like I guess that's burn marks, maybe blood. I'm not sure. Now I see how your invincibility works. And now it's time to open up my counter attack. So, I'm not sure how his invincibility works, but Gawain says she see how it works now. And now it's time to open up her counter attack. And that's the end of the chapter. Decent chapter. I'm ready for this fight to be over, to be honest with you. I'm ready for, pretty much what's next. I'm gonna be real with you. Out of this whole tournament, I really don't care about any fight other than, Percival versus Theodora, which probably not gonna happen to the next round. And obviously, I'm ready for any Tristan fight after, or I guess I'm ready for the Tristan fight. I don't know what's gonna happen between Tristan and Isolde, but because the stuff with fake Isolde and her using her ability on him to keep him from regaining his memories. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm not sure if he's gonna regain his memories before this tournament ends. I don't know. But if Gawain does win, I'm curious as to what the final's gonna look like. Because if this tournament goes all the way through without being interrupted at all, yeah, I'm curious to what the final is gonna look like. Like, Gawain possibly wins. Who does she fight next? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Like, you know, does she fight? Like, what's left in it? Like, I haven't, like, it's been a while. Obviously, you know, before I made the video last week, I, you know, was just reading off screen. I wasn't really reading on screen, but like, the battle been going for a while, so I'm not even sure like what battles are left. Like, I know Percy versus Theodora is the next one between them on that block. So I'm assuming that block is finished and just those two have to fight on that block. So I'm assuming whoever wins between Balin and Gawain then has to face whoever wins between Isolde and Tristan. So I think that's the next battle. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm curious to see what that final is gonna look like. It could be anything really. You know, we think Percival may win his battle, but he may lose. So maybe Theodore goes to the final. It's like, nah, we know Percy ain't losing, bro. Come on, stop lying. It's obviously gonna be Percy, you know, going to the final on his side of things. But I guess between this side, I'm curious who might go, because if Gawain does win and she does face Tristan, because obviously Tristan is gonna win his battle as well. You know, it could, you know, Gawain was saving her 100%. Gawain did say she was saving 100% for Percyville. So we could get Percyville versus Gawain in the finals. And I'm not going to lie, that would be hype. That would be hype. But I'm assuming that Tristan would get his memories back before then. Like, because if not, then he has to go to the finals, I guess, against Percyville and then get his memories back. But again, I'm not even sure what the rest of the battles are. I just know that on the A block side, the next battle I think is between, you know, Percy and Theodore. So yeah, good, I guess, decent chapter. I get this chapter 7 out of 10. Not too crazy, not too hype, not too exciting. But she did get to damage him at the end. Just pretty much this whole chapter has been Gawain taking a beating. And, you know, yeah, I don't really, you know. That's why I really don't care for invincible type characters, bro. But I guess this chapter won't done that bad. So 7 out of 10. Ready for the next chapter. Stay tuned. I'm gonna try to upload, you know, some more manga that I've you know, read up here before but haven't read in a long time. Probably gonna try to get back to uploading like Fairy Tail as well. I know they just dropped the chapter this week, so I'm gonna try to read that, probably upload that. And then Windbreaker, I want to get back to reading Windbreaker as well on here, so stay tuned for those. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe. This has been Timeless Ant, and I'll see you in the next one.